Hey guys, welcome back to Devlog 7. I wanted to show you guys how I made the infinite runner for my new game 3 Lives. So how I made it uses level generation to add prefabs at a set point. So once the player's in the distance of the end position, it will then generate the next prefab level. So this is how it works when making level generators. It's constantly adding levels to the game mode, and then at a certain distance you will then destroy the prefabs that you've passed, because otherwise there's too much objects in the game and it drops the FPS. So how I've done that for destroying objects is simply by attaching to the prefab destroy object, that if the player tag, the object with the player tag, touches the object, it then destroys the object. Very simple. And then I've set it like this, that after X amount of time the object is destroyed. So I watched how to make this through Code Monkey's tutorials, but I've now modified it to work for me. So I'll show you with the level generation how it works. I'll show you the code first. Takes the player's distance from the spawn level, and it will generate X amount of levels that you want to instantiate. So from the starting, I only want to instantiate one level at a time, and then from the player to 150 float value, it will then keep on adding levels so that the player doesn't see it being instantiated in, it's just there. It then takes in a transform and will instantiate it based on where the end position is. So it's very simple. So you can copy the script and then put it into your game. So how it works is, close this, you make an object, you make a game object, and then you attach the level generated script to it. So you add the level part start, so that's where your player is, right, starting at the beginning. And here's the prefab for the level part start. You then create prefabs like I have for level 1, 2, and 3. In level part 4 I'm still working on to see if I'm going to add it. And you add it to the list of parts, and then they will generate into the world randomly, as well as it takes in the player so that it can see where the player is in the world compared to where the end point is, where it's got to generate the next level. So I'll show you in the prefab. So the floor works the same way as it does in the arena if you've seen the previous tutorials. So these levels move up and down. This is the collider. If the player touches it, this will then be destroyed after a certain amount of time. I've then added the destroy object script to the main object and then added the rest as children. So how it works is, I've added the end position at -36, so you've got to work out where the next object is going to work out in your world so that it will add it correctly, so there's no spaces. So mine is at -36, so then this will add to -36, and it will be consistently, seamlessly connected, so that it will be connected without any spaces. So if I show you now how this works, now I've added to each prefab enemies, so I'll go over that after once I've loaded it. So I've taken the enemy, the AI enemy, from my other game mode and I've added it. So you'll see I've loaded in. These are the turrets, these are one of the enemies, and these move up and down. Now with the level spawning, it it will then go one after each other. So you'll see I need to change the values of this to see if it doesn't work. You've then got this gaping hole and you'll fall into the abyss. So these are one of the enemies which you can shoot, and after a certain amount of time they'll then be destroyed. So I haven't dealt enough damage so they're not destroying, but you'll see the score go there once it's destroyed. So I'll show you another example. So here you have your enemies. And you'll see how the score increases every time you kill them. So how that works is, so if we go into prefabs, here's the current enemies. Same thing with the endpoint. So if we check, it's minus 60, so that's why it's not working. So if we change it to 36, it will work again. Go to level part 1 now. We've got 2 enemies. So as I said, this works the same way as my other arena enemies, using the same shooting method, taking in fire rate, shooting range, damage, so on and so forth. And then enemy health manager. So I'll show you how that works. You've got a max health, you've got your current health, you've got your lives. So with the other one you had 3 lives for the other enemy. In the arena mode, this they just have 1. So after it's that life has been taken, the enemy dies. As simple as that, and the kill value is the score count for each enemy destroyed. They give off a certain score. Very simple. This is for the current enemy that we saw. So same thing, this takes in all the firing values to look at the player. And now I've applied this only to the top current part. We don't want the base moving, only the top part. So the top part will move due to the transform.lookAt player. So how the score counter works is you have the score counter script, simple public void, add score, int amount, so it has to take a set amount. Then your score count is your int values, and plus that by the amount that comes from the kill value, which we implemented in the other script. And then it's set with the score count.toString, so it will come out as text. And then this just debugs the score count. Very simple. Then, so all you have to do is you're going to make a canvas and create a score text. I've written score 00, and then you add that to wherever you need to. So here I have the score manager, so you just attach that to the script. And as you saw, it will keep the score, it will say score value, and 00 till you kill someone, and then you add a score. So that's how it works. So that's the infinite runner tutorial for you. Please like and subscribe and share, and check out the previous devlogs, and I'll be making more videos as I progress making my game in Unity. Cheers.